The opioid epidemic taking a turn. The big concern, counterfeit pills hitting the streets, and social media is playing a role in getting those dangerous drugs in the hands of users. We have Brian McNeil with the Detroit Division of the Drug Enforcement Agency with us today. So what are you seeing on the streets?
So we're seeing drug cartels are using counterfeit pills to push their products. They're taking advantage of our comfort level with taking prescription pills. And absolutely, if you are sick and your doctor prescribes you a pill, certainly go and get that prescription filled. But what these cartels are doing, they're creating counterfeit pills that you can't tell the difference between that and the real thing.
So as we talk about the counterfeit pills, what do users need to be aware of?
So years ago, if DEA were to seize 100 counterfeit pills, about 20% of those would contain a potentially lethal dosage of fentanyl. We're now seeing upwards of 40% of those pills contain a lethal dosage of fentanyl. So as the campaign says, one pill can kill. These pills are dangerous, and in many cases, they're lethal. We're seeing, if you look at the past year, an average of 250 people are dying from overdose every single day. That's more than 100,000 people.
So how can you tell the difference if you are someone who is taking part in illegal drug use or illegal drug use and you're getting these pills off of the street? How do you know what's what?
You can't. The naked eye cannot tell the difference. We have to send these pills to a lab in order to determine what's in them. The only pill anyone should be taking is a pill that has been prescribed by their doctor and filled at a legitimate pharmacy. These drug cartels are harnessing the power of social media to advertise the sale of these pills. They're using emojis and short form video to, kind of fly under the radar. And these emojis in the right order can mean this particular drug is for sale.
So what's the DEA doing when it comes to the opioid epidemic and dealing with these counterfeit pills that you say you can't detect by the naked eye, are being sold under the radar? So how is that regulated?
Well, right now we're doing it. The first step is awareness and education and letting people know that the only pill you should take is from a doctor. A lot of people don't know that many of these pills are being cooked up in someone's basement or in a warehouse in a laboratory somewhere far away. And just getting the word out is step one. Step two is recognize the signs of addiction. There are plenty of resources out there that we can get our loved ones the help that they need so that we can curb this 100,000 deaths a year. That it's just too many lives that are being ruined.
Do you think that it's something, I know that the DEA always doing this work, chasing the next big thing. It seems like there's always a new workaround. Do you think that will continue to be the case as we talk about social media and all the apps that are out there?
Well, I remember when I was a kid, you'd see the movies that these drug cartels were these dim-witted criminals that didn't really know what they were doing. That can't be further from the truth. They are only limited by their imagination. And as long as there is a demand, they will try to find a way to provide a supply. And we're working with our state and local law enforcement partners all throughout the world to curb this.
All right. Well, Brian, thanks so much for being with us today. Some helpful information for people who might be using drugs or have a family member who's battling addiction.
Thank you for having me.